Divine Miss M. It featured campy tunes and torch songs. Now, as Gene Wolfe shows us, Midler is making a switch toward rock music.
Always expect the unexpected from Bette Midler. She's made a career of her individualism.
I'll never be your beast of burden. I walk for miles, my feet are hurting.
Beast of Burden is from Bette's latest album, No Frills. She hopes to be taken seriously as a rock performer, but that's the only thing about her she wants taken seriously.
I think that it's good to like the absurd. I think it makes for a much more interesting life. You know, you can look at things with a little better perspective than people who don't find any humor at all.
Don't you feel almost an obligation to be outrageous?
I have a fairly peculiar perspective on life, I have discovered, and I think that it's, my only obligation really is to be true to that perspective, you know, to be honest within my work. Well, if I'm honest and I tell the truth, then people will understand and they will relate and they'll take it to their hearts.
Bette is proud of what she calls her heightened sense of the ridiculous, a quality that emerges in her new book, Baby Divine.
I really do exist to put a lampshade on my head and clown around and you know, make funny faces. And that book does it all for me, only it's in print.
Baby Divine only learned to say one word.
More. More. I mean it in the most positive sense. It can get you into a lot of trouble, though. More. It's wonderful when it's positive, but when it's negative, when it's bad for you, you know, when you're doing things to punish yourself or that are going to harm your body, or you can get into a lot of trouble asking for more.
For a while, it seemed like the Divine Miss M didn't need to ask for more. Her records and her outrageous act gained her a loyal following. Her first movie, The Rose, brought her an Academy Award nomination. Then came her second film, prophetically called Jinxed. That experience brought her a nervous breakdown.
How sick were you? Oh, I was very sick. Did you go to a therapist? Absolutely. I wasn't going to sit around waiting for them to cover me up with 6 feet of earth. I was too bummed out. So I went and got help as soon as possible.
How did a smart cookie like you get in a mess like that?
Smart cookie? I wasn't really very smart. I made the biggest mistake anybody can make. You ready? I did it for the money, and that was a big mistake, and I'll never do that again. I would rather work for free than do something that I don't believe in for the money, and I mean that.
You had such a bad experience on Jinxed. Will you do another film?
I have some roles that I'd like to play, yes, but they're not exactly beating down my door. Jinxed made sure of that.
Hey, baby, what's the matter with me?
Hollywood may not be beckoning, but that hasn't slowed things down for Bette. She's been on a concert tour, which exhausted her to the point where she collapsed on stage last summer and had to cancel performances. Well, she's on the road again, promoting Baby Divine, and she sails through it all with her characteristic grin.
I'm really fine. I'm very malleable. I'm very, you know, I'm a bouncer backer. I jump up and I pick myself up and I put this bad stuff in the back and I do go on.
Bette is planning a future center stage. Her motto?
Cherish forever what makes you unique, because you really yawn when it goes.